Well, hello, and welcome back to my Alaska travel series, or welcome if this is your first time. We're kind of working through the different ports of call that you might visit on an Alaskan cruise. Today we're talking about Vancouver, which is in British Columbia, Canada, so it's not in Alaska and it's not in the United States of America, but it is a really important port of call for many Alaskan cruises. Lots of cruises will actually start or end here as the embarkation or disembarkation port, and some cruises will even visit Vancouver as a port of call on the itinerary. So let's give a little history about the Port of Vancouver, or the city of Vancouver. Vancouver is British Columbia's largest city, and it's a haven for outdoor enthusiasts and cosmopolitan adventurers alike. The city is renowned for its natural beauty and its cultural diversity. For thousands of years, the Coast Salish people have called the area that is now known as Vancouver home. The city is the industrial, commercial, and financial heart of British Columbia, with trade and transportation as basic components of its economy. Vancouver is home to Canada's largest port. It handles freighters, a fishing fleet, some ferries, and is an important port for cruise ships, many of which are on their way to or from Alaska. Some top exploration spots for visitors include downtown's Stanley Park, Granville Island Public Market, Gastown, and Chinatown. Let's talk a little bit about getting there. The region is served by 3 rail lines with connections to the United States. Vancouver International Airport provides air links to elsewhere in Canada and to the rest of the world. Highways connect the city to the eastern provinces and Seattle, Washington, which is located about 120 miles or 200 kilometers to the south. Since the mid-1980s, the greater Vancouver area has been served by an automated light rail system called SkyTrain. A recent expansion of the system, the Canada Line, links the city to the airport, and further expansions are planned. The Seabus connects Vancouver with North Vancouver across Burrard Inlet. Other ferries go to Vancouver Island and to many small islands in the Strait of Georgia. Vancouver's cruise port, located at Canada Place, has 3 berths and can accommodate up to 4 luxury vessels at once. Vancouver has many points of interest. It's a large, beautiful, cosmopolitan city, so we'll touch on just a few points of interest that are available for viewing in Vancouver. First up is Stanley Park. Stanley Park is Vancouver's first and largest urban park, with natural rainforest, scenic trails, beaches, and waterfront views along the seawall, allowing for wildlife viewing opportunities. Also available for viewing here are cultural, historic, and natural landmarks. Visitors may also enjoy exploring Canada's largest aquarium. Granville Island was completed in 1916 using material dredged from False Creek. The man-made island became home to the warehouses, mills, factories, and shops that serviced local industries. The island was initially named Industrial Island, but Granville, named after the bridge that runs directly overhead, was the name that stuck. Granville Island ceased being an island in the 1950s. The city intended to make room for more industrial space by filling in False Creek. In the 1970s, Granville Island began its successful transformation from an industrial wasteland to one of the most beloved public spaces in Vancouver. The charm of Granville Island lies in its unexpected mix of uses. The famous public market, which is open daily from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., is home to more than 50 independent food purveyors and contributes to the island's appeal as a renowned culinary destination. In the Net Loft shops and in the Artisan District, many of Canada's best artists and designers can be found. Granville Island is home to many cultural venues and hosts numerous performing arts and cultural festivals year-round. Gastown is the original location of the city of Vancouver. It was incorporated as a city in 1886, but the Canadian Pacific Railway president William Van Horn opted for a name change due to Gastown's seedy reputation, suggesting the name Vancouver in honor of the British explorer George Vancouver, who explored the area in 1792. The whistling steam clock is possibly the most iconic fixture in Gastown, and it was built in 1977. The clock uses both a steam engine, which is visible through the sides of the clock, and electric motors to run. Gastown is known for its many souvenir shops, indie art galleries, contemporary fashion boutiques, home decor stores, and of course, bars and restaurants. Gastown was named a Historic Site of Canada in 2009 in recognition of its rich and invaluable history, including buildings dating back from 1886 to 1914. Vancouver's Chinatown has thrived since 1885, showcasing vibrant colors, exotic cuisine, and a rich history and culture. Centered in the heart of downtown, this historic area is 8 blocks wide and 5 blocks long. It is the largest Chinatown in Canada, and it is home to the Dr. Sun Yat-sen Garden, the Chinese-Canadian Museum, and the International Village. There are many festivals and parades throughout the year. Vancouver's Chinatown was designated an official National Historic Site of Canada in 2011. Outside of the heart of Vancouver is the Capilano Suspension Bridge, which claims to be British Columbia's most popular attraction. While the 450-foot Capilano Suspension Bridge is the park's most thrilling experience, the park features a treetops adventure that includes a total of 7 suspension bridges. There is also a cliff walk, a raptor experience, a story center, indigenous culture exhibits, and a gift shop. Choosing what to do in a spectacular city like Vancouver can be difficult. Unless you have ample time and the weather is on your side, you likely won't be able to experience it all. If you're in town for just a short time, dedicate your time there to the things that are important to you. Vancouver does have a very nice hop-on, hop-off bus tour that has a route around town with stops at many of the most popular points of interest. Moving on to places to eat. Vancouver has a very diverse food scene. The sushi restaurants in Vancouver are highly praised, offering some of the most sumptuous sushi in North America. Other popular local dishes are dim sum, Chinese hot pot, and Vietnamese pho. West Coast oysters are a beloved delicacy in Vancouver, and the city is home to some of the best oyster bars in the world. Dungeness crab is one of the most popular seafood dishes in the city as well. Vancouver is also home to a hopping craft spirits scene. The breweries are spread all over town, from the Yaletown Warehouse District to Granville Island, but the nexus of the craft beer scene is East Vancouver's appropriately named Brewery Creek neighborhood. There are also several craft distilleries scattered throughout town. Shopping abounds in Vancouver. If you can't find what you're looking for, whether it's a souvenir or staples for your closet or medicine cabinet, you simply aren't looking hard enough. I want to talk a little bit about my personal experience visiting Vancouver, because I had the opportunity to go in May of 2023, and I have to say that, when I look back on certain days in my life, if I imagine the days in my life as a diary, the day that I was on the hop-on, hop-off bus tour in Vancouver was like a top 10 day for me. It was, if not perfect, it was pretty gosh darn close. The weather was wonderful. People were nice. We had a spectacular time exploring. We got to see Stanley Park. We got to go to Granville Island. We had a wonderful time. And ever since I left Vancouver, we embarked our Alaska cruise from Vancouver, and ever since we left, I've wanted to go back just because we had such a good time. And now that I've kind of been working on this series and I've learned a little bit about Victoria, I would love to take a couple of weeks and maybe just go to Vancouver and visit Victoria while I'm up there, because they're so close to each other. I just think it would be so much fun. I'm not typically an urban girly. I'm not typically the kind of person who would enjoy such an urban atmosphere. I had a wonderful time in Vancouver because it was so filled with nature. They've got like gardens on the roofs of buildings, and it's very cool. It's very green. People were so kind. The food was amazing. I don't think I've ever had better sushi than I had in Vancouver. Truly, it was a magnificent experience, and I loved it. I'm glad that I had such a great time. I didn't know what to expect before I went. And I don't know that this video is going to prepare anybody, for the vibe that you get in the city, but I really did have a wonderful time. So if you've been to Vancouver, please let me know your experience. I feel like mine's not a one-off though, because I've heard other people have really good experiences in Vancouver. And so I'm just curious, do we all have really good experiences in Vancouver? Is it just really a magical, wonderful place? Because to me, it felt like one of those really, truly wonderful places in the world that I don't know that I would want to live there, but it has happy memories for me, which makes me happy. So anyway, I know this video was not all encompassing. Vancouver's a huge city. There's a lot to do, a lot to see, a lot to eat, but I would love to go back. So maybe one day I will take a trip and I'll go back to Vancouver and I'll spend a week or so there, and then I'll just like hop on a little ferry and go over to Victoria before coming home, because I think that sounds like a really marvelous trip. At least I'd like to make that happen. Anyway, that's all I've got for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today and letting me talk about Vancouver, because I had a great time. And you guys will see me in another video really soon. Bye!